Welcome to Texarkana College's Jenzabar eLearning LMS training course, Lesson 3, Video 2. This video will cover the syllabus. I have created a sample template that covers 16 of the Quality Matters standards. Please use this template to create your online course syllabus. I realize that it may not cover everything that you include in your syllabus, but you will have space at the end to include additional materials. What we want to do is to go to lesson 3 of the Jenzabar eLearning LMS training course. So I've gone to my faculty tab and I will go to the faculty training course and click on it. And then I will go to my course organizer. And then down under resources, under lesson 3, you might have to switch over to lesson 3. A lot of times this comes up somehow defaulted to lesson 9, but I just went to unit 3 or lesson 3. And then down under it, you will see the sample syllabus template under resources. If you click on that, it's a Word file, and I can open it or save it as, but save that template. That's where you will find it. So now I have a template open, and I can go to my template, and I've tried to put things in green and put in tables and everything that might help you while you're working on your course syllabus. You've got course information. You can just backspace out of what I have here. I use some of one of Ken Crane's classes. You can just backspace out and retype in your own information. And change the information that's in there. Same way with instructor information. You can just backspace out of it, fill in your own information. Now, when you do type in and link to your email, you can just highlight your email, go up to insert, hyperlink, and in this hyperlink, that is where you will type in mail to : and then your Texarkana College email address. If you do not have a text to display up here in yours, you can just type in, again, your first name dot last name at texarkanacollege.edu, and then just click OK when you're finished, and that'll put a link in automatically. Office hours, I've fixed up a little table here where you could actually go in and change the time of the office hours, Monday through Thursday. If you have some online office hours, and remember that students might be taking your online course because they can't make it to campus for your in-office hours. You need to stress to them that you are very available through email, how fast you plan to get back to them. If you've got a chat set up that you're going to do at a specific time, but be real specific for those online students. Course description, here you're just going to copy out of the course catalog or the Texarkana College catalog and enter the catalog description of your course. You probably will also find your pre and co-requisite information in the course catalog. Under your textbook and course materials, you're going to list the required course textbooks, full name of the textbook, the author, the edition, the ISBN, where it can be purchased. Of course, the Texarkana College bookstore would be there as well. If it's an online textbook, where it can be accessed. Any other course materials that you use in class, supplies, anything that they need, that a student would need to complete the course, any course keys for any type of labs like your My Math Lab or English Lab or Psych Lab that's hosted by publishing companies, any calculators, other type of hardware that a student might need to buy, any special software that they would need to get. I have also included here the fact that we do offer Office 365 to all students and where they can go to get instructions with a link on how to download Microsoft Office. Computer requirements, you probably won't have to change any of that. That's just basic information on what systems that a student would need. The browser, and if they don't have Internet Explorer, it's got a link there for them to click to follow to download Internet Explorer. Most computers, well, especially with the PCs, come loaded with Internet Explorer. Student learning outcomes, this is where you're going to type in the student learning outcomes for the course, not necessarily your unit or topic outlines or topic outcomes, but the overall course outcomes. And these should be the same ones that your division has developed for each course. Under the communication between instructor and student, again, you're going to tell here, I've got all this, you could change it up. This is just what I use for one of my classes, that how you're going to communicate with the student, how fast you'll respond to emails, the fact that my communication was going to be through their TC email account. You might have a different way of doing that. The fact that I created an Ask the Professor forum where they could post questions to me, and the fact that I would make sure that I would answer them within 24 to 48 hours. And the fact that it's viewable by all students. So they need to look at that before they ask a question. Someone else might have already asked the question and received an answer. And the fact that they could give me a telephone call during my in-office office hours, or the fact that email was the preferred method of communication. Grading, just a little statement that I have put here to try to get the student to understand that even though it's an online course, that it does have some requirements that they need to fulfill, and especially the fact that Texarkana College is not responsible for any issues related to their computer or internet service. And if they've got problems with that, that's not an excuse for not completing assignments by their deadlines. I also put the grading scale in. Yours might be somewhat different. How I'm going to determine their grade based on the types of information that they have to complete for the course. How the course is organized. Just a brief statement on how you're going to use or organize your information within the course. Are you using modules? Are you, is it located in the portlets over to the left-hand side? How is it structured? By week, chapter, module, unit. And then I have listed in there what I use for my course. Of course, yours, you can just backspace out of this and fill your information in. And then there at the bottom, what does the student need to do first? Is there something, read the syllabus. You've got to have that Start Here module that they need to complete that might have a syllabus quiz in it. Is there an introductory assignment or discussion post that they need to complete? Do they need to send their contact information to the instructor via email? Whatever you want that student to do, and usually there's going to be some type of student verification assignment that a student's going to have to complete, so you can make sure that you include them in your 12th day row. Proctored exams, I don't see anything in there that you need to change. If they live outside a 50-mile radius of Texarkana College, they've got the option of taking their test or whatever with a proctor. And I've got the link on what they need to do there, which is basically just send the instructor an email with some student information and proctor information. And I put in for myself that I had to receive the proctor request information at least 1 week before the exam's due date. Any class expectation that you have, a class schedule, and there's a couple of different, well, several different ways that you could do that. Here's one where you would have like week one, and I'd put the topic and what's going to be covered, or you might decide to use a table format to do the same information. The absentee policy, that's just been copied out of the basic TC absentee policy. There's the enrollment verification activity. And I tried to use may, instead of will drop a student to give faculty members some leeway. If you have any specific attendance requirements, like they send you an email once a week or whatever, you'd put that in there. And the fact that the student should not stop attending without formally withdrawing. You might also put the withdrawal date in here for the student. And a little note that, withdrawing from the course could affect their financial aid. Any makeup policy or late work, be very specific here. I know the deans get a lot of questions about this. Add a clear makeup policy, whether or not you allow late work, how much you count off if it's late, if you do count off for it being late. Be as detailed as possible. The academic dishonesty policy is pulled right out of the TC Catalog Student Handbook. The Disability Act statement pulled out of the catalog as well. And then the little financial aid statement, you really don't need to change. The complaint process, this is very specific, so I linked it to the Texarkana College link on how to get to that. Netiquette on how they should act in an online course when they're using email. Technical assistance, I have the Texarkana College Help Desk. This will be changed to eLearn issues rather than Moodle issues. And again, there's a TC website for that. There's my email and contact information, as well as Rusty Hatchett's email and contact information. And then here's where you would add any other information that you might want to include in your syllabus. Once you have your syllabus completed and saved as a Word document, you might want to go up and save it as a PDF. That way students won't be able to change it in Word. If you put it in as a Word document and they open it up, they could actually be changing your document and have a hard copy of a document that you actually didn't put up. So to save this as a Word document, we're just going to go to File, or save it as a PDF, File, Save As, and I want to save it on my flash drive, and it'll just come up and say syllabus. And if it's for a specific class, you might want to rename it, syllabus, history 1301, English 1301, to distinguish it from other syllabi that you might have. But here on the Save As Type, we just click on it and go down to PDF, and then click Save. And there I have saved my syllabus as a PDF now. So now I want to load my syllabus into my course. So I'll go back to my course and go over to the syllabus tab. And then when you click on the syllabus tab, notice that there's two sections. There's an introduction, and then there's a syllabus file. On the introduction, this is for you to type in some information just to tell the student that they need to read the syllabus. I don't need to type in a header here because it already says introduction, and I'm just going to tell the students here to be sure to read the syllabus below. And then I want them, you can type anything you would like, but I want them to send me an email stating they have read and understood the syllabus. Okay, and then all I need to do is hit save, and that information will be in the introduction. Now I'm going to go back to the syllabus portlet, and then here I'm going to add a handout, which is going to be my syllabus. I'm going to put add a handout, and I'm going to put syllabus for sample course. I'm going to go to choose a file, and my Moxie manager will come up, and if it's one that I want, a syllabus I want to get to in other classes, I can put it under my name folder, or if it's just a syllabus for this one specific course, I can click on it, and what I would do is I would upload local machine, and I'm going to go to my USB flash drive, and I will have a syllabus in here, online sample syllabus as a PDF. So I will double click it, and it's going to load, and there's my PDF, and then I will click insert, and I will leave this one as ungrouped because it does not fall into a particular lesson or unit. And then I can put a description in, syllabus for sample online class. I'll display it now. I won't have an end date. I don't need to do anything else. Just click save, and there it shows as under ungrouped. If I go back to syllabus now, there's my introduction, and there is my syllabus. Now if I go to the student view and click on it, this is what the student will see. Syllabus for sample online class. Now if I don't want this, what's listed in black here, to repeat, I just don't have to type that in my description. I can just leave my description blank, and all you would see would be the link for the syllabus. And that's the end of video 2 for lesson 3.